what up, everybody? Another one of these. I know it's been a while, but I'm trying to do all the full moons if I can. Welcome back to another TakeBackSpace show. What is it? May 26th, 2:02 a.m. Edge of space. A sweltering Florida stream of our lovely May full moon. It's fast approaching 100% illuminated, and I was really hoping to be able to get the lunar eclipse tonight, but unfortunately it's not going to happen till like 5-6 a.m. my time, and it's past moon set. So no lunar eclipse from my perspective, or like my viewpoint, but still, beautiful moon. It cleared up. I had some clouds for a second, and I appreciate everybody hopping on, as always, finding each other on this crazy plasma-connected universe. Hopping in the chat here. What's up, Migoner? I think that's Miguel, right? And Astralis and Elliot. What's going on? Discog, Rainbows and Butterflies. What's happening, y'all? Yeah, stream till 5 a.m. I'm going to stream as long as I can stay up for. I was trying to get a bit earlier, but I haven't streamed in a while, so setting up on the back porch was a bunch of work, but I had to do it. I made myself a bunch of coffee. Ooh, what's that? That was a weird light shift. What the heck is that? The moon just like turned yellow. Is that a filter issue? Alright, let's play some tunes here. Let me figure this out. I don't know what just happened with that, but this is Midnight Moon coming in hot. Let me know how y'all have been. Yeah, I don't know, it's acting weird with the filter tonight, but I think the saturation was turned up a little too much. But there's our nice sharp moon right now. Just saying what's up to everybody in the chat. I see somebody said holographic universe. What's going on? I'm sorry I can't read your name. I guess it's in Russian, but not so good at that. But what's up? Welcome, Nature Man. Aroo! What's happening? That was pretty weak. I gotta practice my wolf howl. What's up, Fantasy Ecstasy? What's up, brother? I'll be home for another hour. Yeah, I'm gonna stay up maybe 3:30, 4 a.m. my time, East Coast. What's up, Tom? Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a while, y'all. Nothing's changed. The universe is still electric. Moon is still special. World is still crazy. I tried to kind of follow up with some of the Electric Universe stuff recently, but it's like, I guess Sky Scholar is taking a break. Pierre-Marie Robitaille. Eileen McCusick has been doing some great videos. Thunderbolts Project hired See the Pattern, and I think they did a recent one with Andy Hall. That was pretty good. Actually, I find it interesting. I mean, like, the kind of production quality really dropped for some reason, but I feel like they definitely... Andy Hall was talking about a lot of interesting correlated things about how the surface of Earth actually is Earth feeling, space around it, and how the imprint of all the electrical currents formed all the geological features. So, you know, just hammering home that point. What's happening, Mistaken Mystery? What's going on? Good to see everybody. Yeah, just wanted to chill with y'all for a little bit. I try not to miss the full moons, you know that. Tonight it was really cloudy earlier. I was hoping that I would be able to get a view tonight, so glad I made some coffee, watched the Lakers game, and I don't know why I started watching basketball a little bit, but yeah, let me know how y'all have been. Everybody's hopping in here, but I know it's been like 4 weeks since the last stream, and I kind of would like to start streaming more, but I think it was also due to the fact that the moon was at a much higher ecliptic. This is actually the first few nights where it's much lower on the horizon in the south, so I can see it better. Yeah. I am a little concerned because I don't see... Oh no, there it is. Is the quality terrible? I feel like I'm not getting... Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's in 4K, but maybe that's just my second screen. Let me know if it's looking alright and sounding okay. I don't have a monitor for my voice, so I think it's coming through. I did a recording earlier. What's happening in Lost Brooklyn? Hey, what's up? Yeah, let me know your thoughts on everything. I think, yeah, we're at a really interesting juncture in reality. I think there are definitely more and more people understanding the relationship between themselves, consciousness, but yeah, there's a lot of work to be done and a lot of reflection still yet to be attained by many. So we're in the process of unraveling. Let's get into some tunes here and groove. I want to keep it fun tonight. I want to keep it fun. I've done nothing musically. I wrote like half a song, and maybe I'll release it soon, but yeah, just been pretty busy with so many other things, and just really taking a little break from being online. Alright, Electric Blood coming up here.
I've been waiting on the street for days. Don't treat me like a fool. I've been sleeping on the streets for days. Don't treat me so cruel. I've been waiting on the porch for days. Don't treat me like you're cool. I've been waiting on the sea for years. I've been waiting for the secret all along. And you know what happened? Don't you know what the song can sing? Singing about this dream so long for you. I've been dreaming about the song. So long for you, I've been singing about the song. So long for you, I've been dreaming about the all for you. Till I see the color of your eyes reflected in the signature I made for you. Oh Lord, if you know what brings it, and you know what soul can sing to me, that you know what brings it, and you know what soul can. We gotta go, but someone brings it out, and you know what soul can sing. Got an electric light, don't brings it out, and you know what soul can.
Yeah, a little electric blood over there. Haven't heard that in a bit. Just gonna get a little smoke here with y'all. Just hopping in. What's up? I see Microwave Soda and Michael Garrison. What's up? And Morgan Ellis, Cat in a Box, and Copper Trops. What's going on? And Flesh Bag. That's a name. Mr. More Jello, please. You can tell it's late. Ola Moonies just passing through. Moonies always makes me think of that cult. Loonies, maybe. Loonies up in here. So it was weird, like, I'm getting some crazy funky haze. I mean, I cleaned it up here with this OBS, like, saturation and gamma, but this is without filter. It's like really crazy, crazy hazy. And right above Tycho, right in the middle, it's getting some major blowout and not as clear. So I am actually going to use this color correction. I think it looks a little bit better that way. Cool. More tunes here, and let's fly. Tell me what's been going on. Y'all seeing this for real in your backyard from your window? It's been keeping me up at night, along with this this mockingbird. I never really ever had a mockingbird outside my window at night before, and recently, just like maybe 2 months now, and this mockingbird just will not cease to chirp all through the night. Like at 4 in the morning, this thing is going wild, and I wonder if it's some sort of magnetic flux, or maybe it just can't tell what time of day it is, but it's pretty nutty. It's pretty new. You wonder what they start to say after a while. I start to like copy them. Become a bird brain. This is Bring Me Back.
Just come feel this ride so high, your love. us. We edged it once and there was this trust, everlasting feeling, ignored the brew. I lived it once and forget the state, now into true. Tell the world what's new. Hues and blue broken from the nest as the steam rising from the west. Old time, see my rivers wide, close eyes, oh bring my wishes back, open skies, clear the rivers wide, old time, bring my peace to life, deep inside your soul and keep me waiting. You keep me deep inside your soul, I keep you waiting. I keep you deep inside your soul, I keep you waiting. You keep me deep in soul, I was the rain. Oh, 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 oh,
Alright. That was Little Electric Cats. Keep you waiting. I see Jedi Princess in the chat. What's going on? Good to see you. It's been a while. I hope you've been well. Hope everybody's been well. It does feel like a very long time, but it's only been like a month. And I mentioned it before, but I've just been trying to take some time offline, some time away from also just the science and space and the plasma and all the shit that I've talked about for the last 5 years, just over and over and over. I think I needed a little break from it all to kind of absorb it, digest it, enjoy it. It's hard to keep battling when really, like, it's a journey of self-discovery for most. All I can do is show the path, like I have in a lot of different videos and songs, and at this point just kind of trying to enjoy life a little bit, getting older, watching the skies go by. But still here, yet another ride into space with y'all. Let's see what's going on in the chat room. Yeah, so I got some clouds coming in a little bit, and I actually had my paint program pulled up. I could do a little bit of hexagons on the moon. I could just sketch a little bit. I could draw the lady in the moon. Let me know what y'all are feeling like in the chat room. I know it's late and it's a weekday as well, but we're here and now. I got coffee, like really good coffee. Morello. Morello makes me think of mushrooms. And like I have a whole ton of great exotic mushrooms in my fridge right now. I'm just talking a lot of shit tonight. It's like having a conversation with no one replying. So what do you say? Should we talk some science, or should I play some tunes? Let me know in the chat room. I know there's a delay as well, so I have a little smoke with y'all and see what you say. Damn, I think there are some clouds actually, but I feel like it's that full moon magnetism just kind of pulling a vortex of what are they? Naughty-lucent clouds in the night. I guess they're not naughty-lucent, but they could be. Aye, aye, Captain. What's up, Rastaman Lives? Bless up, brother. What's happening? Alright. So I guess it's too cloudy to sketch right now, so let me just play some tunes. Yeah, let's do some tunes. I guess we'll do yeah, just to finish up earlier, I was kind of just, I always keep an eye on what's going on in space and tech and I guess electric universe from time to time. But yeah, it's really interesting how things sort of feel like they're following like a market cycle, and there's like Thunderbolts Project really stagnated at their subscriber count and their view count on videos. They hit a point where like the people who are going to learn about electric universe have done it and the ones that don't want to learn about it are just they don't really exist. There's just that kind of trade-off of the masses not wanting to know about certain things and small select group of people getting into it pretty hardcore. And then Dr. Robitaille, you know, Sky Scholar channel, he's hit a certain limit, right? Like he's talked about all sorts of different things. He has very thorough, in-depth analysis on all the cosmic microwave background radiation, all the Kirchhoff's law stuff. And like at some point, like people just have to sit and watch that and learn it and listen to it and dissect it and evolve it. So I'm feeling that kind of same pull as well, which is just, you know, now it's really one of those very interesting conundrums of understanding the world around you in a way that gives you this incredible awareness, but also this incredible sensitivity to how few understand it, and how the fact that so many don't or will never understand it is part of the process. It's profoundly empowering and disempowering at exactly the same moment, which in and of itself is the balance of life. What's happening, Stuart675? A sunny morning here in the Albion. About bloody time. What, that I streamed again, or that you're here in chat, or that it's a sunny morning? Give me something. Give me something to work with. All right. Let's do some Why Am I, and then Dreamboat. I'll be back in a second.
Space theater seemed no one weirder comes. Good Baron, the soulful speaker, bring me back over telephone.
are a couple of tunes. That was Dreamboat. Nostalgia vibes. What's happening, Arum Vorax? What's happening, Mike War? Welcome to the channel. Yeah, definitely check out the description of this video and all the videos on the channel for tons of links and details about how I stream and gear. And you can also check playlists. I have those all organized. You can check out a ton of history on this channel. And ask in the chat room, everybody's very kind and intelligent. Let me know if I miss you. Maybe I've missed somebody, but if not, yeah, I was trying to figure out which shot to get because I do have like this amazing cloud structure around the moon right now, but it's not enough to see and it's not enough to really get the detail. So I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to do some detail shots, but the clouds are not relenting. I definitely have some energy tonight. It's been a while since I've streamed, so it's like fresh again. And that was the whole point of this, right? Was to get some distance. So yeah, I tell people sometimes, they're like, what do you do on the side? I'm like, I love using my telescope to watch the moon. And then I realized like how many shows I've done and how many times y'all have been with me on these shows, seeing the most incredible visuals and experiencing music and high vibrations together. It's quite an extraordinary thing that's happened on this channel, on this small wing of YouTube. And it just kind of stays right there around 12,000 subscribers, and people just hang out, and every so often I'll pop on and y'all will join me. It's an incredible little magnetic circle. So yeah, I constantly think about science and electric universe. It's always on my mind. The idea of consciousness being in plasma bubbles around the human body, memory being stored outside the body to us versus inside the brain. That's a massive upending of everything we know about consciousness and memory. It's such an obvious thing that's how it really works, and that's why it's so difficult for neuroscience to find the soul and to find consciousness. It's because, very simply, memory is stored in holographic resonance patterns around the human body in the biofield. And if that's the case for a human, then it's the case for an apple, it's the case for a tree, it's the case for a planet, solar system, and so on. Everything has magnetic resonance plasma around it that stores its memory, its life force, and the oscillation of the actual creature or instance of life resonates with these plasma bubbles to create new layers that are additive between the oscillation and these plasma patterns of memory. You know, I still, I gotta give it up to Rupert Sheldrake, who is just a wonderful, incredibly powerful person who continues to talk about the morphogenetic field, the morphogenic field, and the human biofield in some sort of way. He also has three-dimensional images of these holographic or complex Chladnian. They look like basically if you've ever seen plates with sand, and then they tune the oscillator to certain frequencies, and the sand turns into these Chladni functions, or like geometric fractals, depending on the oscillation. This is really what's happening, I think, with the periodic table, in terms of, everything being really root resonance, electric resonance, and that resonance being interpreted all the different ways we see everything, from blood plasma to water to people to just information in general, being a version of this purely electrical, not purely electrical force, but electrical force resonance. So Rupert Sheldrake, Eileen McCusick, pioneers and also true intellects of our time who get no recognition comparatively. What's up, Tony Salamone? And who else popped in? Ben, what's happening? Aisling says, we are antenna. And yeah, to some degree, but also the narrative that was missing about the antenna, even when Tesla talks about it, when Ken Wheeler talks about Tesla talking about it, when Nassim Haramein or any of the people talk about the fact that, they typically talk about the fact that a human mind is an antenna tuning into life in terms of explaining away or giving some context to death, life and death, right? So they're like, well, when you die or when you live, you're tuning into life. So it presents it such that life can exist without the self, in a way. Does that make sense? I think the electric universe makes it such that the self is intrinsically tied to the outer reality that we perceive. So I think the antenna is part and parcel with the shells of plasma around a body, which is a different type of narrative. It's a more nuanced and a more, I think, slightly more evolved, if I may, a version of the human body being an antenna soul versus the human body or the human vibration being both the antenna and the layers feeding each other to create new layers like bubbles. All right, let's hide user. Getting stock advice or coin advice. Jesus Christ. All right, tunage. It's 2:41 a.m. going super deep real quick, but it's been so long since I've talked about it. Let's do some yeah, some call in my mind.
Closer.
before the sun goes. Yeah, just a quick reference to the eclipse. So right now, let me check what the moon is, but the moon should be heading towards 100% moon. What is it right now? 99.9% and 3:39 a.m. So less than an hour from now it'll turn to 100% full, and then I think 3 hours from now is when there'll be this total lunar eclipse. But unfortunately it's beyond the horizon for me, so it's under the horizon, and it's also kind of approaching sunrise, so it would be tough to get anyway, I imagine, being that low to the horizon, being that bright out with the kind of haze and fog. But right now we got a very beautiful shot of very close to perfectly full moon. It's always very, let me say very one more time, it's always lucky, it's always extremely lucky, it's always intensely lucky to be able to capture a full moon just at will. I'm very grateful for the place that I'm at. I might have to move at some point soon, and that's going to be a very difficult one to not have these views all the time. But I'm really aiming to one day get a really big yard, or a semi-big yard, and build a small observatory. It's good to have dreams like that. I've always wondered why, and maybe they do have them, but all these rich people never seem to talk about their observatories or post pictures. If I ever had that kind of money, like that big money, that would be the first thing I did, was build a huge observatory and just send like video out all day. The dream is still the same, and yeah, but I'm doing it anyway, right? To some degree. How much bigger can you get it? So we're getting clear here with a nice kind of nice toxic orange glow around the moon, but definitely been an interesting month. So yeah, no eclipse tonight, but we're as close as possible to seeing the moon entering an eclipse phase, and it's super, so it's close to us, closer to us than we typically see it. But for me, that really doesn't make a difference. I think the way we see it on an 8-inch and 11-inch scope, like, it's pretty, I think there are certain nights, of course, not full moons, that are even nicer because of the terminator and because of the angle of the moon and the phase. So the full moons are kind of those monumental nights, just a moment in time captured. Alright, moving into Formidable here. Formidable opponent.
fixing the phone, mixing your liquids, now you're left for dead. Just pay your debts. Flow, the moon is calling. A souvenir, a soon as rescued by the man. You're fixing the phone, mixing your liquids, now you're left for dead. Just pay your debts. Flow, the moon is calling. A souvenir, a soon as rescued by the man. You're fixing the phone, mixing your liquids, now you're left for dead. Just pay your debts. Formidable opponent, angry crackpot. Formidable opponent, dangerous lecture. Formidable opponent, you can walk out. Formidable opponent, think you have the choice. Formidable opponent, angry crackpot. Formidable opponent, dangerous lecture. Formidable opponent, you can walk out. Formidable opponent, think you have the choice. I can feel like the wind. I can feel like the waves. I can feel.
What's up? Just hopping in here. Say hi to NGC. Hope you're having a great morning or day so far. Yeah, the eclipse is coming up. Thanks so much for hopping in to the stream with the loonies. Fantasy, welcome back. You can tell I'm drawling. I'm starting to get a little sleepy here. A little sleepy if I'm slurring. But 2:54 a.m. Beautiful supermoon tonight. A few hours away from the eclipse, like I said, under the horizon for me, otherwise I would stay up and definitely stream a full lunar eclipse. We've crossed through the threshold of clouds, so now we're getting some nice color from the Maria. it's worth always mentioning the hexagons on the moon, that typically we get this, why are lunar craters circular? And I always cringe, because when truly looked into, you can tell that almost no craters or mare are actually circular at all. They're mostly hexagonal and pentagonal and octagonal and symmetrical in a lot of different places. And they all follow our hand of Brahman, or the shape of the donut and the hourglass superimposed, the intrinsic shape of our geometric electric reality. Whew. Fantasy says, I wish you were with me last month in the middle of the Mojave for the supermoon. It was a religious experience. Last month I was streaming. Weren't you on stream with me? It's truly incredible. I'm sure, like, I've never really experienced the moon in the desert before, although I've always wanted to kind of do one of those Burning Man trips. Burning Man trips. But, or move to Santa Fe, or go to the Mojave. But thanks for the well wishes, and glad that you're hanging out live here. I'm always happy to bring you all the moon when I can. Of course, the full moons are those times I'll try a little extra hard to make sure that I'm streaming. It would be nice to be able to stream every night like I used to, but it does take a lot of work to keep it on these in this. I've explained it before, but I stream with the scope on a staircase, and man, it is so precarious and difficult to set up every time. And that, coupled with getting a good break from YouTube and science and streaming in general, is one of those things that gets very addictive. I've talked about how it's very difficult for me to even look at the moon without thinking about trying to stream it or take a photo of it or capture video of the moon, and that's like that's not strange or weird or bad, but also like maybe a little too obsessive. Maybe worth being able to sit outside and enjoy the moon without getting on YouTube. Although I do enjoy bringing it to y'all. All right, let's keep going with the tunes here, but maybe I'll sketch some hexagons while that's going down. What about Hurricane? Closing in on 3 a.m. here. Fun times.
No will for the ones you left, and I crawl inside you. drift away, and we come inside and you drift away when the moon is riding full. Come, let's drift away. It's your queen of the night, and it's a little light for you. Without saying a lie, I know myself is a us for you. I'm living in what you say, so all those years will fade away. Believing in what you do,
Alright, no mopey track. Alright, I think we're clear now. 3:09 a.m. hopping in the chat here to say what's up to Luca. Welcome. Good to see you, buddy. And Robert Gaia, what's going on? Sitting outside. And who else we got? Mando Salas, and welcome Cece. I just wanted to make sure I was going to say it right. I'll say Chi-Chi. But Cece, welcome. And Mando, I remember you. Welcome. Yeah, let's get the view going again. Like you saw, I was sketching some of those hexagons, pentagons, and all sorts of things. Let's get back to that. And I'll keep the good vibes going here. That last one was a bit mopey. Let's go with Sun 5. Yo, yo, yo. I thought I was just going to get in and get some clear shots, and then the clouds rolled in, so... Alright. It's going to be some more of these rolling tidal clouds. Let me adjust this a little bit more. Super cool, but I was just waiting to get into some hexagons. What's up, Maskilla469? I've been alright. Nature Man says, I was able to record some satellites and some strangeness with my Creative XP Owl Vision binoculars. Might be worth a look. Creative XP Owl Vision binoculars. Sounds like something from Archer. Let me type this in. Is it like night vision goggles? Night vision binoculars? So my opinion on that is kind of sweeping because I looked into it, and really to get anything, Creative XP binoculars, night vision IR, yeah. So it's very difficult to record that sort of stuff and stream it with like a micro four thirds or a full frame camera. So it's one of those things that I've never really gotten into. Also, it's to get the Gen 3 or Gen 4 night vision that's like really that has like a wide field, and also the connector with the camera is like a serious investment of upwards of $4,000 to $10,000 or something like that. So super cool, but yeah, not there just yet. And also, I think by the time like I could probably afford it, we'll be in like Gen 4, Gen 5 IR and night vision. That sort of stuff is going to be absolutely insane. So we're heading towards increasingly better technology in terms of seeing the skies, and I'm laughing just because can't see shit right now. Come on, moon, are you kidding me? Getting clouds right now. But yeah, but that's cool that you've been using night vision goggles, night vision binoculars, excuse me. Yeah, the sparkling bits are popping. Here, we're gonna get it back momentarily. I think I need another drink. Thanks all for hanging out so late. I know some of y'all, this is a morning show for you, so that's good. And I appreciate my West Coast peeps as well. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Take a little stretch over here, and I'll put a few tunes in a row. What about Grown to Like You, Newt, and Off Funk?
the postman, I have yet to speak my law. On the knees I preach as money, I don't even read the score. 44, be 44, don't sweep the streets no more. I can't do this antivision, living held in high regard. Build your peace and love's intentions, and I might believe a God. 40, 40, 40, what you do to try to feel special. But you lose what you do when you got to keep social. Oh, it's just like humans, brains. Try to feel special. Caught on the apple peel. You gotta feel special. Can't you feel? Can't you feel? Show memories on all those dreams of your past relate. Oh, you do what you do, it's nothing real. But if I find you shining cold and divine, my soul, I was never Did you hear that I missed you? Now you're here, let me kiss you. Did you hear that I missed you? Now you're here, let me test you. Did you hear that I missed you? Now you're here, let me test you. Did you hear that I missed you? Now you're here. Did you hear that I missed you? Now you're here, let me test you. Let me test you. Underneath the stars, count your numbers. Fly above the moon, feel you new. Into the dark beyond, saw your umbra. Across the nature zone, so electric blue. Underneath the stars, did you hear that I missed you? Fly above the moon. Now you're here, let me kiss you. Did you hear that I missed you? Now you're here, let me test you. Did you hear that I missed you? Underneath the stars. Take time to believe in the world, fill it up with everything you can for. Take time to believe in the world, fill it up with everyone you love. Take time to believe in the world, fill it up with everyone you care for. Take time to believe in the world, fill it up with everyone you love. Underneath the stars, did you hear that I missed you? Fly above the moon. Now you're here, let me kiss you. Did you hear that I missed you? Now you're here, let me test you. Did you hear that I missed you? Underneath the stars.
Oh, NGC, when I figure out what goes here. This part right here. I don't know. Soon, I hope. I keep promising to do it, and I will at some point. Morning Star, what's going on? NGC said, missed you, Mary? Did Mary pop in and I missed? Mary Poppins? Mary Poppins and I missed her? Seriously? No. Now I'm going crazy. Let me know. If you're here, amazing. Are you invisible in the chat? Alright, that was a little Mistia, and I'll keep going with a couple of the new ones. This one is Operator. I still, literally, I worked on these. When did I work on them? Like 4 months ago? 3 months ago? I was really hyped. I did 3 in a row, 4 in a row, and then, I don't know, just the time burns away. remember, it's almost 4 in the morning for me, so if I'm slurring and sounding all all weird, forgive me. Just going with the flow here. Operator coming in hard. And waiting for these clouds to clear, because we still got lots of moon to go. Let's vibe on this one. This is something that I resurrected from years ago. This will also be available with this year with a couple of ones.
beaten from the heart. I know, no lie. I've been thinking about you all night. Why? No why. I've been waiting for your white light. No why. I've been thinking that you should be mine. So call me up, and let's get down. So call me up, and let's get down. Oh, you send me messages across the cosmic network, and you send me pictures from across the astral plane, and you send me cryptic kisses across the matching network. So call me up, and let's get down. So call me up, Je t'attends, mon amour insaturel, assis dans mon canapé cinéma, achetant la éternelle, avec en son billet. Je suis la même, ton avant et chaque jour. Je t'attends, mon amour, avec les mecs sans agrévé. Et c'est mon âme magnétique, c'est l'amour magnétique, c'est mon amour magnifique.
Okay, that was a little willpower, and we got through the entire cloud phase. It just cleared up like nobody's business. So pretty wonderful. 3:46 a.m. rolling through this. Another incredible experience to be able to share this and experience it myself at the same time, and also share my music and vibe out with y'all. So never ceases to amaze and never ceases to be satisfying. I could talk a lot, but I'm also looking for a track here because I kind of just want to groove too. But how do you top that last tune and keep everybody happy without finding just the right, perfect song for this moment? Pressure is on. I think I have one. But I can't even remember what it's called. I can hear it in my head. I can hear it. Just give me a moment here. So I'm thinking while this next song is playing, maybe I'll do a zoomed in shot and see what's going on. Got all the features tonight. Mare Crisium all the way on the right. Mare Imbrium at the top. Aristarchus at the 10 o'clock position. So good. Can't find it. Come on. Definitely have that one, right? Is it this one? No, it's not that one, but that could be the one. This one is all right, let's roll with this one for now. Then I'll look the other one up.
everything's been for your pleasure. You found your home, you found your soul, you found your treasure. When you play your mind, your face, the needlessness to make. It's the love of the age. No story to say, just a corner of your page. On top of the wave, I found the love, I found the sage. I'm coming to say, no, it is your way. I feel so hot for you. I feel so caught up, it's true. Love feels slow, take off with you. I feel slowly rocking So glad I found your tree. Drift like wood on the beach. We suffered longingly. Your world is coming apart at the seams. Then I found that policy that cut a real deal between you and me. Then you walk up slowly to me, come up from the sand, and you're carving the leaves to play tricks with my head. I got to set the needed part of you. All my life and my heart is still aching. Said I needed a part of you. Maybe we'll lose our lives someday, but I got the stars in my heart. No one can take that away. I got the stars in my heart. Set the feeling is so fire. 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 Set the feeling is
looking for it, but it's called Set This Feeling and not Soulfire, so I lost it earlier. But anyway, yeah, 3:55 a.m. Zoomed in here, and like I said in the chat, I think the alignment, my drift is really rough right now, so I was trying to sketch and it's like flat. Just, it's a nice like slow drift, but not conducive to drawing. So I'm just gonna scroll here with you all and talk to you about some features. Amazing view of Aristarchus Plateau, Aristarchus Crater, Herodotus, Valles Scroteri, Schroeder's Valley right in the middle. Is a little bit tougher to see, but definitely there. See all the amazing electrical scarification going downwards towards Kepler and Copernicus, also looking great. I have saturation pushed up pretty high, but it's taking it, and you can really see the detail and the colors coming out tonight, this morning. This tune, Set This Feeling, I don't know if I put this up. Could be called the one, yeah, it's called Set This Feeling if I put it on Bandcamp. If I didn't, I have a whole series that I need to put up. But yeah, I was trying to sketch this earlier, but I'll just talk about it. But it's very interesting to see. Right now I'm on the 8-inch, and the camera's facing as if you were seeing it in person. So right now we got this area, this region up at the top, Sinus Iridum. 1 second. So the Bay of Rainbows, or Sinus Iridum, has a very, very clear hexagonal cut. And but even more so, what's interesting is because it's up here towards the north, you can kind of see the larger hexagon that it's in. This whole basin, which is Mare Imbrium. It's a little bit tougher to sketch because the window doesn't go all the way, but you can kind of see what I mean. If you squint, you'll see the sharp corners over here. Not sharp corners, but 120-degree corners right here and here. Super interesting. And of course, nested in here is Sinus Iridum, and then you got Plato crater. You can see this very interesting hexagonal shape. Even within the regolith, you can see the different composites of iron and titanium and different metals to produce the kind of redness here. I imagine that's ferric, and then there's less of it to the left of it. And you can see, I imagine it also breaks apart, or at least separates along the same Birkeland structure, this hexagonal, this toroidal shape, and the hourglass. Let's see if I can't find us another one here. It's so fascinating. Every time it's one of these things where it's so familiar to see the surface of the moon in this view, kind of previewing it and watching the chat. But then also I always have to check myself and realize that, holy shit, you're looking at the surface of the moon. And like, in and of itself, it's astounding. There's just something so unbelievably profound about looking at the moon that is devoid in our culture, at least the common media. The way they portray the moon is so devoid of amazement, and it's always portrayed as like, oh, been there, done that, so boring, moon's boring. Why the moon? So stupid, so boring. And not like this incredible, just mind-bending blueprint, historical record of the electrical interactions of Earth and whatnot. Oh, is it daylight savings? It's 2:59? Maybe this computer didn't update. I don't know. Yeah, it's East Coast. Yeah, maybe the computer didn't update, so if it's daylight savings, I don't know. I got like 30 minutes left in me. Yeah, I guess this computer didn't update then. Yeah, let's keep going with a little bit more moon tour. What else we got? We can get Copernicus and Kepler. And then you got the streaks that kind of ride all the way down to Tycho, right here. These are two amazing features, or a pair of features that are never talked about when the moon is discussed in common pop science. Right here, Borealis, very clear hexagon diamond gem. Could be a pentagon too. I love this one. I always remember this name, Borealis. You can always find it just at the edge of this kind of butter smudge. Let's take the butter smudge highway down to Tycho crater. Here we go. See a little bit of Tycho Central Peak, but yeah, not a lot of detail. Maybe the clouds are moving in again. Yeah, just a little bit of haze. A little bit of haze coming through. Alright, let's zoom out again. NGC says the last 2 days mainstream media has been raving about the eclipse, so it's been talked about and appreciated. That's good. I guess I've been busy, so I kind of don't follow that stuff much anymore. Maybe I'm shit talking without researching. But typically, well, I think it's more so the nuance of the fact that they talk about the moon with all this fervor, but not true amazement. It's almost like I don't know. I just never I never hear the magic in it, but maybe that's just me. I found talks of certain astronomers or lunar astronomers that have given talks at like NEAF, the astronomy forums, or at colleges, and I have heard people who speak about the moon in a way that I think I speak about the moon. So there is a certain archetypal figure that just is really constantly blown away by the fact that there is a moon and what the moon looks like and being able to see the moon. I've never met this person before, but I've definitely seen a few talks like that where I'm like, oh, that's where that's the bubble geometry that I resonated with and picked up these mannerisms or this curiosity about the moon, the Birkeland filament of moon curiosity, if you will. NGC says that last Thunderbolt that Andy did was pretty good. Yeah, at the top of the show I was mentioning that Thunderbolts Project kind of stagnated on the subscriber count, and honestly the production value of the videos, I just don't understand who's really running that, but I don't like to rag on them because they've done so much incredible work already, and just the archive on Thunderbolts Project is enough to give you all the information you need to derive the rest. Yeah, Andy Hall does just like killer work in general, but I love the idea that he's starting to talk about the electric surface of Earth almost being like a consciousness layer. And I think Michael Claridge was also talking about something to that effect as well, about like how the Earth is conscious, and how it all ties together. Actually, I think Michael Claridge was doing one prior to that. I don't know. I feel like it could advance much faster, but who knows? I think like I said, I just don't think everybody can understand this, nor will they, nor do they have the capacity to, in the figurative and literal sense. You know, capacitance, capacity is an attribute of people in our culture, and not everybody really does have the capacity or the yearning to figure it all out. So what's the point in evangelizing ultimately? I think we've lost the moon, have we? Yeah, I don't think No, that's crazy. There we go. Just for a moment. Going till 421, my man. My man. I am getting a little sleepy, a little groggy here. Let me pack a little bowl. I think I have a bit more coffee, so let me run a tune here, get a bit more coffee, and go with y'all for another 15, 20 minutes here. And then we'll call it a night. It's been a fun stream back with y'all. And I don't know, I could keep talking about electric consciousness, but maybe I'm just droning on and on. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions or thoughts about all that. But yeah, I mean, really huge things. Consciousness outside the body, memory outside the body. We tune into that. And then hexagons on the moon. Absolutely massive. Changes everything that we know about geology, lunar geology, space, timing. We could definitely talk about like redshift, Doppler shift, Halton ARP, human biofield, any number of things, but really just those two things. Memory, consciousness outside the body, hexagonal craters on the moon. Love to see any sort of logical, rational, intelligent debate about that in our public sector. But that's how we hope for things. Jedi Princess Lunetta is out, but I feel like my tracking is awful. You can see I keep having to adjust it, and I don't know, maybe I'll try it after I hit this. I'm going to maybe reset the alignment, and we'll try and draw Lunetta, because why not? I always like to. Yeah, I think, where is she? I have to rotate it, probably. It's always a trick to it. But yeah, it's upside down. She's all the way on the right-hand side. So yeah, hexagons strung together along the surface of the moon. Why? Because the moon was interacting with another planetary body and had electrical interaction, like giant lightning strikes between planetary bodies. Makes so much sense. It's so logical. And that Earth had similar interactions with other bodies and created the geology that we see on Earth. And then why the geology looks like it does: hexagons, nested hexagons, peaks, edges, corners, diamonds, fractals, because electricity manifests that way along these Birkeland currents. There's twisting filaments, and these twisting filaments oscillate, and they oscillate into the ether. The ether is potential electrical energy, and it manifests in these fractal shapes throughout. Hexagons symmetrical side by side, 120 degree corners like Tycho. It was really recent, actually, like on one of the shows maybe 6 months ago or 8 months ago, that I realized that Tycho down in the left hand corner is the corner of a cube. That's why the rays come out of Tycho at those really prominent angles. Same thing with Proclus at the top right, next to Mare Crisium, which is a hexagon. To the left of it, you got Proclus that also angles outwards in 3 even points, or 3 even rays. So it's so obvious that these are the shapes of our intrinsic reality. And therefore, these shapes can define everything from the smallest thing to the largest thing in our universe. So why do we have an irrational, impasse between general relativity and quantum mechanics or string theory? when string theory, if you just applied to space, would make perfect sense. And it's really interesting that string theorists shit on string theory now because they're like, well, it's a total dead end. It's a total dead end if you have to continue to believe in, or not believe, to continue to isolate the Big Bang as a singular event and say that we must uphold a certain type of theory no matter what. And therefore we need to change obvious things that we see in observational science to fit these old paradigms versus just being able to toss out old paradigms. The old paradigm being that gravity bends light, right? Or that the speed of light is constant throughout the universe, or that that there's no electricity in space along vast distances. Any number of these types of paradigms or kind of archetypes that exist about standard cosmology need to be tossed and just replaced with a much more logical, electrical, interactive model. Whether or not people believe in particles or waves, it doesn't really matter. It just matters that there's connection between everything. And just by virtue of even seeing the moon at all, you have a direct electrical connection with the moon, even through the screen, right? So that's truly the core of, you know, what I think about all the time. Yeah, do you see AMC in GameStop? There's Doge right there. We've been drawing Doge on the moon forever. Shib on one side, Doge on the other. You hear my creaky ass chair? So creaky. Right, I was going to get some coffee, y'all. I need to be back in one moment here. One moment, please. How about this tune? Shout out to everybody who watches us and hangs out tomorrow. Mary and everybody else. Who else? I'm trying to think. We got Dr. Michael Miller, right? And there's probably Esoteric Gold and Mary Quite, of course, and Ellie Wynn, of course. Ellie, I hope you hear this, and whoever else passes by. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to dedicate this song to you. And Howie.
Living a dream. sharing my love, turning it into paper violet, healing my life, shining through the prison daggers, yelling and wine. Cause no matter what we do, counting the light, shining through the prison daggers, losing my mind, crawling through the chasm dragons, chasing my life, moving through the plasma dragon, rhythms and time, rhythms and time.
I'm just sketching random shit. It's totally ridiculous, and the thing is upside down, so let me adjust and bring the show to a very smooth finish. That was a little prism dagger, and a little lunetta, and also a bit of a Blues Brother. I always think of the Blues Brothers, but it's like a Ray Charles meets Blues Brother on the right-hand side. I flipped it back over. So Lunetta, the woman in the kind of fisheye lens walking along the path, particularly tonight, I think it's probably because of the closeness. So I want to say the apogee. Is the apogee the closest, or the perigee? I believe the apo. No, apo is away. Apophatic. Apogee. The highest point. No, so it's the perigee. Yeah, so anyway, point is that this particular angle of the moon, or at least the libration tilt, makes her look a little bit squashed. It's actually quite difficult to draw her correctly. So I was struggling a bit as well. The drift is not great, so. But you've seen it before. I have it as a thumbnail on one of the old videos. You can really see it when it's elongated in the correct direction. You can get the legs. But it's just fascinating. There was just one night where I started drawing all those different things, and I realized like there's an entire world, many different worlds, fractally on the surface of the moon. I know there are all these theories about how it like mirrors the surface of the Earth or the continents, but I just believe that's the not coincidence, but it's recursive fractal nature of the geometry, which produces these similar reoccurring shapes, like the panhandle or the kind of snaking canyons on Earth mimic the same, look the same as the ones on the moon for the same reason, because they were struck with electricity. So dendritic ridges, fractal lines, recursive in nature. But yeah, it's and the kind of profoundness of understanding that all life emanates from these patterns is the way you can understand is the way you can rationalize and feel confident about pattern recognition, as opposed to, you know, the way it's written off as, oh, you're just seeing things, oh, it's all in your imagination, versus you're seeing faces in the moon because our faces were grown along Birkeland filaments, like the human body and the symmetry. I feel like I'm just throwing random words, but you know what I mean. I feel like life has grown along these branches. Craters are formed along branches, so craters are going to look like eye sockets. And that kind of understanding is really, truly deep. It allows you to derive so many things from everything you see around you. Bringing it home. Z-Proxy, what's going on? Yeah, I turned it upside down in OBS. I just flipped it on 180, but like it makes the control go all wonky. At least for me, like flipping the y-axis just takes me back to like Halo days where I just could not get the y-axis flip. Justin Poulos, I want answers. The answers is that everything needs everything else to exist. So you got to take the bad with the good, and you got to allow for the flesh of the apple to not be seeds, but you also have to allow the seeds to be the seeds so they can carry on and make other apples. And you got to allow the skin, the outer skin of the apple, to be thicker and to protect the inner flesh of the apple. So all parts of the apple are necessary to propagate apples, to apple, and to feed, and to also protect, all in one. And apples are grown along Birkeland filaments. They twist. And, you know, that recursive twisting and fractal nature of it means that you're going to have the flesh, the sheeple, you're going to have the seeds, the kind of elite, you're going to have the skin that protects, and everything in between. And we all kind of make up the big conscious apple right now. Authentic Max, what's going on? Alright, I'm getting sleepy. I'm going to call it a night here. Thanks for the 42 likes, y'all. They don't show me the thumbs down, but I know some trolls are going to troll me. But they're necessary too. Great to see everybody, all you loonies. I appreciate it. Every time I hop on, I get the old crew and some newbies. Definitely, if you're new here, check out the old playlist. Check out the description. Check out Rupert Sheldrake and Eileen McCusick and Thunderbolts Project and all the rest of them. Hope you had fun tonight. I certainly did. 4:29 a.m. closing out the May super full moon. Everybody enjoy the eclipse. I think I'm going to just probably watch it on replay. I'm going to crash. And we've done a lunar eclipse before, but it's one of those things I'd like to get it perfect one time, but we'll see. I've been very lucky with space events. Honestly, in the span of 5 years, caught so many cool things. So yeah, have a great day, everybody. Tomorrow, everybody checking it out tomorrow, and I will try and catch you soon. Maybe I'll stream again tomorrow, but maybe I'll say tomorrow one more time. Maybe I'll stream again soon. If not, I'll see you next full moon. Captain signing out here, and how should we go out tonight? Let's do Dreamfields. Alright, everybody. Thanks so much. Stay safe, stay wise. Share this video and, you know, share the theories with people and talk about it, and I don't know, feel good about our singular moment in time shared together tonight. All right.